What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. I want to refresh this because this is from yesterday, right? These liquidations, I haven't refreshed it since the price was all the way up here at about 116K. I want to refresh it and just see how we've rebalanced the books here. Let's just see. So yes, so we added $3 billion in shorts. We lost about $4 billion in longs. So all these longs, they flipped over to the short side is what's happening, right? Nobody learned their lesson. Nobody learned their lesson at all, right? Everybody is still leverage trading. Daily time frame, instead of it being $3 billion on the shorts, $3 billion on the longs, it's 1.5 on the longs, 4.5 almost on the shorts. So again, they just rebalanced. All the people, you guys, the writing is on the wall. Okay, I said this in one of my most recent videos that people right now are going to be trading like they're desperate, and the market makers are going to have a field day with you. And what's crazy about it is they're going to play with your emotions in such a way that this is going to be one of the easiest to trade ranges that we'll see for a little while. Honestly, we're probably going to move sideways. We're probably going to be in this range probably for another week or two at the most, and then we'll break out to the upside. The last time that we saw a massive move like this, I want to actually compare it to this move here. So here we had a lot of longs. Okay, here we had a lot of shorts. Okay, I thought we were going to new all-time highs here. I thought we were going lower here. As soon as we crossed this barrier here, I flipped bullish, and we actually went long all the way. I literally closed my long at like $118,000, guys. We killed it. It was phenomenal. It was great. And even with that killer trade, I still made some mistakes here and lost some money in this range. Overall, it was a net profit, but I stopped trading after the first few days because I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna wait for a breakout. And the reason why I kept losing money is because every single time the price came up here, I thought we were breaking out to new all-time highs. Every single time that we were down here, I didn't think to go long because I thought we were going to go lower, right? But the thing is, I'm talking about me. That's not just me. That's everybody, and especially the leverage traders, right? Leverage traders back here were very desperate because, again, the average person was short. So what happened? We had a massive short squeeze. The average person here was long. We had a massive long squeeze. So the same psychology is going to apply. People lost their asses. People lost their asses. That makes them desperate traders. And we can see, and what's funny is you would think that whenever it comes to desperate traders, the markets would be like, wah, 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 like all over the place. But no, they stick to this little range. It's the market makers do this. They fix you in a range so that every time you come to the top of the range, it hangs out there for a second. You think we're about to break out. People go long. They max long. And then we come back to the bottom of the range. And when we hang out there for a second, and you're like, oh, God, we're about to break out. Everybody goes max short. And la-di-da, it's just a range just enough, just big enough to clear out anybody who's in like 30x, 40x leverage positions or higher with Bitcoin or other coins and stuff like that. So we theorized that the same thing would happen here in one of my more recent videos. And looking at these liquidations, you guys, I mean, we had a total of $6 billion in longs and shorts, $3 billion on both sides yesterday, right? Now we have 1.6 in longs and 4.4 in shorts. It's the same number, 6 billion. But now you've taken the longs and you flipped them over to the shorts. Where? At the bottom. Can't make this up. They're shorting now at the bottom. There's no new liquidity. It's all the same liquidity, just all shifted over here. Yesterday we had 10 billion in longs on the 30-day period, 15 billion on the 15 billion in shorts. Now it's 17 billion, 17.5 billion. So that's an extra 2.5 billion there. We went from 10 billion down to 6.5, which is that's like 3.5 billion that was taken off. It's almost the same amount of liquidity that got shifted over here. It's exactly what I was thinking was going to happen, guys. What we're seeing right now is desperate trading. A lot of people think that, okay, we learned our lesson. There's no more leverage trades in this position at all. Everybody's out of leverage. No, now they're more desperate. And when you're desperate, the market makers have their way with you. They literally have their way with you. You have no choice. And man, if you're trading this right now, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, mark my words, if you want to make some money in the next week or two, I bet every time we hit 111K, you go long, or maybe even 110.5K, you go long. And every time we hit 115K, you close that long or you go short. I bet you're going to kill it. I bet it's going to be that simple. You're going to kill it. Maybe even 116K, 150. Let's say 115.5 and 110.5. In between that range there. And not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if I was leverage trading this, which I'm not, because the markets are screwy right now, especially after this. I'm not, maybe with some tight stop losses. I would probably just be in a long only kind of moment where I'd go long here, I'd close my long out here. I'd go long here again. I wouldn't ride the shorts because at any given time, I do believe we're going to come back up. I really do. I don't believe we're going to go lower. I don't believe there's going to be some massive flash crash out. I think we're going to get a short squeeze. Why? Because on a 30-day period, we're almost back to $20 billion in shorts. That's why, right? But it's just funny. It's uncanny how this is exactly playing out exactly like what we thought it would do. But it's because it's all psychology, right? It's all psychology. And you would think that the best way to mess with people would be in like massive ranges that just go left and right and you don't even know which way they're going. But the best way to mess with people, at least from what I've seen when these desperate trade moments happen, it's when you just move sideways. Because what's happening here, the majority of participants who are trading right now, they're assuming that if they just go long here and they ride it up, it'll come back, right? Easy come, easy go. That's what they're thinking. So all I have to do is just be long now. This is where I go long. And now whenever it goes up, I'll make money. So they're desperate. They're desperate. They think they see the way now. But what's going to happen is it's going to test you every single time. It's going to make you think, oh no, this is a bad idea to go long. I'm going to get wrecked. You close out your longs, you go short here, and then boom, oh my God, it's about to go back up, and then boom, you're range bound. You're literally range bound. I wouldn't be surprised at all if over the coming days, over the coming weeks even, we were in this range. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Stay away from leverage trading, you guys. There's no need to do it. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. I wouldn't be surprised if we found signals of weakening in this area. We're probably going to look to move up. When I say weakening, I mean weakening to the bearish effect. We're probably going to turn the trend around here. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, would you look at that? So the RSI actually is rejecting the overbought zone, or the oversold zone. That would signal that we have a little bit lower to go. So maybe we do go lower, right? Screw 110.5K, maybe go long at 110K itself. We'll probably come down, form some bullish divergence on the 1 hour RSI. Stochastics will do the same. And the MACD, does the MACD have bullish divergence already? No, but it'll form some bullish divergence. Come down a little bit lower, sure, do it. I dare you. Come down. You know what I bet, because it's where I'm at, it's 30 minutes before market open for the stock market. I bet over the next hour we find our low, and then the rest of the day we come back up. Over the next hour or two, mark my words, we're going to find our low, and then the rest of the day we're going to come back up. And then tomorrow we'll be up here to start the day. We'll probably chill overnight. We'll probably chill overnight just like this, stay up here, and then we'll come back down. Mark my words, it's going to happen. It's so simple, but the reason why it's not, the reason why this simple action is going to happen is because, again, it's there to mess with you. We hung out here this whole time. How many people were thinking that we were going up to 120K again? How many bulls came? It's exactly like I said it would happen, man. How many bulls are allowed here telling you, we're going up, we're going to go to 120K, we're going to go to new all-time highs, it's time to go. They were so loud. Now they're quiet. Now the bears are back alive. The bull market's over. We're going below 100K. You can't stop it. This was just a sign of weakness. By the way, this was not a sign of weakness. You guys, hold on. I have something on X.com, and I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, right? We all think things sometimes, and it might sound smart, it might even seem logical, but then when you think about it more, it's like, oh, that was dumb, actually. This is dumb. Crypto is the most sensitive asset class to liquidity. Friday was a warning. No, it wasn't a warning. That's so dumb. That is so dumb. No offense, Magoo PhD. I'm not saying you're dumb. I'm just saying that's a dumb statement. It's a dumb thought, because no, what happened here, tell me this. If the stock market was open 24/7 and one day all the major exchanges were closed, do you think that it would be weak to liquidity then? That's exactly what happened to crypto. Every major exchange closed at the same time. They're all shut down. So of course the price is going to have an easy time moving down, especially when the exchanges are stop hunting liquidity. It was one of the smallest drops we've seen this cycle. It was the smallest flash crash we've seen in like 4 years. It was for Bitcoin. It was, and yet it was the largest liquidation event ever. There's no doubt that it was the exchanges pushing the price down, but nobody could scoop up the price. They closed the exchange down so that nobody could put in buy orders because people were trying to buy. We were live down here. People were trying to buy down here and they couldn't. The price would not have gone as low as it did. The weakness would not have shown if the exchanges were open. Again, Show me a stock market crash where all the exchanges close, and it's not because of weakness in liquidity. It's because, or weakness to liquidity. It's because the markets were down and nobody was able to buy. This is the real price action almost, right? And even that, still, I would say that all this is just kind of BS. It was orchestrated. It was an orchestrated sell-off. But anyways, again, the thought here is going to be that, oh no, we're going down, so we're probably going to hang out here maybe in an hour or two, or maybe even by the middle, I should say like 6 hours from now, by the middle of my day, it'll be like toward the end of this day, we start to move up again. But mark my words, if we go below 110K, it'll be barely. If we go below these lows, it will be barely. We'll go just below these lows to make people think we're going lower. And then as soon as we do, boom, we move up. I really wouldn't be surprised at all if we had some bullish divergence here on the RSI come into play. 4-hour time frame right here. RSI on the 4-hour also will form bullish divergence. This is actually really good. This is a really good look coming down to bounce off the oversold zone like this and get another higher low in the RSI while providing hopefully a lower low. I say hopefully because if we get a lower low, it's double bullish divergence. Stochastics are right at an area to bounce. And the MACD, though it is crossing red here, sometimes it's actually good to come down, touch like this, and then come up. So I'm not really too worried about it. 3 hours left in this 4-hour candle. Let's see how it goes. If I'm right, then by the end of this candle, we should actually be coming up, probably saving the day on this close. Even if it crosses red, the next 4-hour candle, if I'm right, should be moving up, so it shouldn't matter anyways. Daily time frame, and let's pretend I'm wrong. Let's pretend that I'm being cocky and arrogant here and that I'm wrong. Okay, so and maybe that's what's happening, but I'm just having fun seeing this come to play exactly like I thought it would come to play. Because it's all psychology. It's all psychology. The same traders here are the same traders back here. Like literally and metaphorically, psychologically speaking. They got their shorts reamed. They got their longs reamed. The difference is we're at a base of an area versus a top of an area. It's going to be the same psychology. And this is a bigger move, so we're probably going to range a little bit bigger too. High to low here. Yeah, we're fine, man. We're fine. And even if and when we do break out, I wouldn't be surprised if we were range bound there too. And then we moved up. Absolutely, we're going to go to new all-time highs. Absolutely, I think Bitcoin's safe and fine and fun. The RSI is at an area that every single time since April this year, we've bounced in this area. Every single damn time. Since March, we've bounced in this area between the 40 and the 30. Every single time. So we're right here now at this area to bounce on the daily time frame. I don't know if we close here. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Stochastics kind of look like they want to go lower. Honestly, that might promote lower prices in the daily. And the MACD is at an area to bounce as well. But let's pretend I'm wrong. If I'm wrong and we are to go lower, my expectation, I would think that we don't go below 109K, or if we do, it would be barely, that we barely go below 109K. So, there's a little margin of error there that's allowed. But overall, guys, we've just kind of been in this range since July, right? Just moving sideways. We're in a greater range, just moving sideways. It's just a giant sideways range. This was so volatile. This was such a tragic drop. The markets are weak. We're just in this range, moving sideways. No, the markets, even when the exchanges were down, all the major exchanges were down, and there was forced liquidations happening, we couldn't break below 100K. No, we're not weak at all. If anything, that was a sign of strength. We didn't have backup. We couldn't have access to our cavalry, and we still held 100K, you guys. We couldn't even touch the 886. We got close, though. We're going to rally, man. We're going to rally. End of month, we're going to be at new all-time highs, I think. I really do think that by the end of October, we'll be at new all-time highs. It'll be that last week there that we're probably pumping. And then going into November, we should have a merry time. I think November, December, we're going to be reaching for this 180K area. This drop, the only thing that it proved besides that the market is actually strong is that, and I will go over all my reasons for that maybe in another video. I've already gone over enough of it here, but it's obvious that the market's strong, okay? What was I going to say? I just think we're going to go to 180K. Oh, yeah, besides proving that the market's strong, it also proved that the timing of this call will probably be wrong. So not October, not the end of October, not the end of November. I mean, maybe the end of November will be at 180K, if not sometime in December. But I don't really have anything else that I want to say. I think I've said everything that I need to say. The weekly RSI is right at an area to bounce. I mean, if we can hold here in the next 5 days and 11 hours, which I wouldn't be surprised if we were here, or even higher, whatever. We don't have to be right at the 50 to bounce. I think that's fine. Maybe by the end of this week, we're all the way back at 121K. I don't know. I would assume we're going to be range bound. We'll probably be right in this area next week as well. MACD is bullish overall, but building bearish momentum at the moment. Stochastics look like they could come down. So this actually would agree with my idea that maybe next week is red as well, because then we could come down to the oversold zone and bounce there. I think that's what might happen. So I don't really have anything else I want to say, guys. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we were range bound for the next 5 days, 11 hours, and then the whole week after that. And then the following week, the week of the 27th, we should be recovering. Or maybe even the very end of next week, we should start recovering. I wouldn't be surprised. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Do not FOMO in at the highs. Do not FUD the lows and panic sell, okay? Moments like this are made to test you. Don't fail it. You know, to be fair, looking at this weekly ribbon, it's got me a little bit concerned. Because every time that we've lived in the ribbon like this whole cycle, we've found support below it, below it, below it. Right? We didn't live in it here, we just bounced right off it. Here we lived in it, we found support below the ribbon. Here we lived in it, we found support below the ribbon. Here, we're not living in it yet, but if this week closes here and next week closes here, then that could mean that we do go below it, which I just don't think that's going to happen. But again, this is just what the ribbon's saying. Could we go down below 100K? Could we go to 97K? It's possible. It's possible. I mean, if I'm wrong, we could go lower. I do think that's the low. I don't think that we go lower. But if I'm wrong, we could go lower, and then we'll have a rapid snap back. But I don't see that happening. I think if we were to go lower, we would have done it already, right? We're not consolidating like this. We're not in a downward trend. We're in a sideways trend like this. But to be fair, we were kind of in a sideways trend here too, weren't we? But we weren't living in the ribbon up here. Here we're like finding support right on it. I would like it if this week closes here. I would like it if the next week closes like above 114K. That way we're just bouncing off the ribbon. That's what I'd like. But who cares what I'd like? That would just help prevent the statistics from suggesting that we go below 100K. Anyways, I don't think I have anything else that I want to talk about. Yeah, well, the daily's fine. Whatever. It's neutral. Technically, I'd be bullish here because of how disrespectful we've been on the ribbon. But yeah, I got nothing else. So take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.